I now am very pleased to recognize the co-author of this bill, the ranking Republican on the Financial Institutions Subcommittee, Mr. Gillmor. 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And let me also say that I've appreciated the opportunity over the past 3 Congresses to work with you on this issue. We've been successful in the House. It's passed in 2 Congresses in a row. Didn't make it through the Senate, but I think that probably the 3rd time's a charm, and I think we may get a different result in the Senate this time and get legislation on the President's desk. I also want to commend Chairman Baer and the rest of the FDIC for their work on this issue. And I want to commend all our bank regulators for recognizing that the issue of the future of ILCs is a question that Congress should address. It is good and effective regulation that's first line of defense in protecting the safety and soundness of our financial systems. The principle here is real simple. It's the separation of banking and commerce, and financial systems which have not followed that principle have had a number of problems, and in fact have had a number of crises because of it. The United States codified this principle after the problems in the 1920s and the Great Depression. And over the last several decades, loopholes and exemptions in bank law have gradually been closed. In 1999, during consideration of Gramm-Leach-Bliley, Congress eliminated the unitary thrift loophole, and now it's time to close the ILC exception, which allows for full-service banking by commercial firms. This is kind of a historical accident, and frankly, it wasn't much of a problem when there were only a few out there in existence. But what has happened is a number of commercial and industrial firms have discovered this loophole, are applying for charters, and are going to try to drive a train right through the loophole unless Congress responsibly acts to close that loophole. The bill that we've introduced, H.R. 698, would bolster the authority of the FDIC, limit the business activities of certain ILCs already in existence, and most importantly, establish a cutoff date for new commercially owned ILCs. To date, we have approximately 120 co-sponsors on the bill, and it's my hope that this bipartisan legislation will receive consideration in the committee in the near future and on the House floor shortly thereafter. And Mr. Chairman, I would ask that the following materials be submitted for the record. H.R. 698 support letters written by the realtors, by the ICBA, by the ACB, and the ABA. Also submitted testimony by former Congressman Tom Bliley on behalf of the Sound Banking Coalition, and a letter of support from the coalition. And I would also ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a March 2007 GAO report which details suggestions for collaboration among the consolidated regulators.
Without objection, so ordered. And now on the unanimous consent request, I mentioned before, we've been